All right, so I just wanted to make a quick video real quick about my thoughts on Palantir and where we are and where we're going. Um, what I'm kind of looking at here is just the daily chart for Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Um, this is definitely one of my favorite stocks right now and one of my strongest conviction stocks. What I'm looking at here is you got the 50-day simple moving average, and you have the 150-day simple moving average. It looks like actually right now we're catching the tailwind of it, so we're set up for a perfect bounce. I've been trying to look around and check on the details. Today it was kind of a little laggy compared to what a lot of the other stocks in the market were doing, um, such as everybody's favorite, of course, Tesla. Tesla ripped it today, 595 up to 677. It was cruising. Huge gain. They were up over 20% at one point today. I think they finished at about 19.6. Pretty sure they probably moved a little bit more in the after hours. And then of course GameStop was rocking today. Um, but here we are with Palantir, which has definitely been one of the most beat down stocks during this little bounce we've had. And we made one of the smallest recoveries today at about finishing the day at 7.73 and up about 10 cents, 20 cents after hours. Um, so I was doing a little bit of digging, trying to figure out. I was expecting more of a bounce out of it. And the biggest thing I found here is we've been looking at a lot of squeezes lately and stuff going on in the market, but um, look how heavily saturated the calls are versus the puts. We're extremely bullish right now on Palantir. Looks like everybody is. Everybody's thoughts are kind of the same here, and these are just the weeklies. Um, I got it stretched out a little bit here. These are just the weeklies ending, in 3 days, and we're sitting at 26,000 sold call options for $30. Now, what I was saying is if you look over here, there's 30,000 call options sold on the $25 strike. Um, I think we should easily hit that. I think there should be no issue hitting that. I was expecting to bounce today almost back to about 30, where it's kind of average has been. But we had a hard time breaking 24 today. And when I look, there's 15,263 call options sold at the 24 strike price, 10,423 sold at the 24. Um, for the put options, and that's a big disparity there. So hedge funds, market makers are going to be trying to keep this even, so they buy and sell shares to keep everything uh, even in, even out, try to maximize their profits. The problem is once we start pushing up higher, say we push to 25, 26 tomorrow, that's leaving them about $46,000 open call contracts. So in order to cover that, they haven't sold the puts to be able to cover it financially, so they have to buy the stock. So right now they're doing a lot of buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, just trying to keep the stock even flow or even kill. Once I think we start ripping up and we get to this 27 range, well, that's another big one there. Almost 15,000 call options at the 27, ending in 3 days. If we can meet that and push through it, it's going to force them to start buying and buying and buying. And with their pressure behind our pressure, should launch us right here at least $30. $30, 26,745. Now, if we break that, it's pretty much easy money all the way to 35 now, because it's not going to hurt them financially, so they don't care too much after that. But once we break this, it'll definitely give us that push to 35, I think. 35, you get another 5,000 sold here. Now, when I was looking at, and that's just this week, so we're talking. Let's look at like next week, for example. It's similar trend. We got 30,000 sold at 25, 40,000 sold at 26. It's everything in the market makers and hedge funds that are selling calls on this right now to keep it as low as possible. Um, there's actually some big put options over here too, surprisingly. But this is where all the gravy is. And once we can break this 30 mark, it's sky's the limit. 67,000 sold on the 30 mark right there. That's pretty insane for any stock. And just to give you kind of a comparative, I think Tesla is probably one of the most options sold stocks that's out there. And bear in mind, of course, there's a lot more range, but for individual strike prices, Tesla is nowhere near as worrisome. Tesla can run $100 before hedge funds and market makers start getting stressed out. Um, a $10 gap, they have 22,000 sold. Another $10 gap, let's go 705 all the way to 725. So a $25 gap, you have what, 7,000 sold. We're selling $30,000 on $1 up strike prices with Palantir right now. So there's extreme bullish sentiment going on in the market right now with Palantir, and I support it 100%. But the issue is a lot of people are scared when they see the stock not moving or bouncing. Everybody's kind of in the FOMO zone right now. They're wanting to chase everything. Um, they're wanting to catch this every day, make 100 grand overnight. That's pretty much impossible unless you just get really extremely lucky. The idea is you want to watch these and watch for certain patterns and stuff like that and try to be able to take advantage of it in your best interest. Uh, Once again, this is just my opinion, so don't go investing off of my thoughts and ideas. But I think this is a great opportunity, definitely a nice little bounce play. You should be able to at least capitalize to 30, 35. Now, the problem is with all the call options, you had to have a strong buying sentiment. So that means people can't just be saying they're going to buy. People need to actually invest and hold their money in there. No paper hands, as they say. Keep this thing rolling.